Hello, welcome to Mind Body Solution. This is Low Sensory Adaptive Yoga. I'm Audrey. So today we are doing our not annual, our monthly full moon practice because tomorrow is the full moon. So we'll start with a centering, a little bit of pranayama at some point, but mostly it's going to be a restorative practice focused on metta, compassion. So start however you want. You can be seated, you can be lying down, you can be moving, maybe having a bit of a stretch already, a little bit of a sway. So that helps you finding a little bit of ease already, settling into your body mind, settling into a comfortable shape as we just get started. Knowing that you don't have to be still, you can be moving, you can do whatever you want in this practice, as you know. Maybe you closing your eyes or you finding a self gaze. And then tuning to the space around you. Just sensing the space that's around you. You don't have to look, you don't have to move. Just sensing the energy that's in your space. Maybe you can hear some sounds, you can feel the temperature, you can feel some of the air coming in. Maybe gentle breeze if you're outside. Anything you may sense here in your own space. And there already start to invite curiosity rather than judgment, so that, we release that need to exert control or influence. Simply sensing our space, being in that energy, being in that environment that we may know very well, or it might be new, or might be something in between. Just being in our space for a little bit. And then when you're ready, you may place one hand on the heart and one on the belly to tune into your breath. And starting to notice the inhale. Maybe the belly is rising, the ribcage expanding. Feeling up. And as you exhale, noticing the movement it creates in your body. Maybe the belly falls as a gentle contraction. Maybe there's a sound coming out of your nostrils or of your mouth. Just noticing the quality of your breath today in this moment. As we settle into practice, into our present form, present moment, present environment, and present company. How is your breath in this present moment? Maybe there's space. Maybe it's shallow, it's fast or deep. Anything you may notice here. And again, without that influence or control that sometimes we tend to turn to. Just let it be natural for just a few moments. And then maybe you'll notice that it starts to lengthen, to expand, to soften as you bring your full awareness onto your breath. And spending a few moments with your body, any sensations, any feelings, emotions that are arising, tuning inwards, tuning into your experience of what it is like to be you today. And again, bringing your gentle observer, the one with compassion, the one with curiosity rather than judgment, the one that will help you leave the stories and the narratives behind so that we are with our experience as it is, without labels, simply noticing. Mm. Noticing the points of contact of the body against the support that you're on. And then maybe here you can invite a little bit of a softening of the edges of your body. Might get heavier, might get calmer, might get a little bit more relaxed as we soften the edges. The full moon tomorrow is one that is asking us to soak into the collective dreams and community efforts, to ask ourselves who we are in this collective, who we are in this universe. And so as you soften your edges, can you feel a little bit more of connection with the earth, with the community around you? And that community can be human, it can be animal, it can be trees, it can be anything that you wish it to be. Feeling that support and that connection. As your body starts to soften, as your body, as your mind starts to quiet. And then maybe here noticing the connection, the collaboration of your body with your mind, with the breath, with the earth, all of these forces working together, all of these forces working together for you to be here. So maybe for this practice today, setting an intention to keep that collaboration going between the mind, the body, the breath, prana, the earth, forming a collective supporting you. forming a collective that is you. We're going to introduce a little bit of movement in a few moments. So continue breathing deeply, just being comfortable, settling into practice for a few moments. And then with all these forces and the information that you've taken in the past few minutes, decide if you'd like to stay in stillness and continue to breathe and soften, or if you'd like to introduce a little bit of movement in a way that feels good to you. At this point, you can open your eyes if you feel like it. Could start with some gentle neck stretches, maybe ear to shoulders. Just bringing the chin towards the chest, just doing a few rounds. At this point, you know what to do. Follow your own breath. Honor your body's needs for the movement that it needs. And that would feel good and bring some ease to your body. Can be a few rolls of the shoulders. Can be one at a time as well. Yeah, like a big stretch. Ooh, maybe taking some clearing breaths as well, big sighs. I see some side bends, that's always nice. Feel free to stay in the pose or to add a little bit more of a flow, keeping balance, keeping rooted, grounded with the lower body. If you are lying down or seated, it is the same rule. Some twists. Gonna add a little bit of cactus arms and then bringing my arms towards myself to give myself a hug. Also good to provide some relief to the shoulder blades. Yeah, gonna add a little bit of a sway. Just comforting moments. We won't be here long, but if you already had enough of movement, please find a restorative shape of your choice. We'll join you in a bit. You could do some cat and cow. You could, if you are lying down, you could find banana asana, so bending the lower body and the upper body in the same shape, forming a banana. Taking a moment to be with your body in movement, seeing how it feels, noticing is there any difference to your breath, to the flow of prana, the state of your mind. Are you adding judgment? Or rather, are you being curious, adding some playfulness? The movement that you're doing does not have to be look like an asana. It does not matter as long as it feels good. You could dance, you could shake, you could boogie. Good. I see some rolling around, some forward folds. That looks good. Stretching of the arms and the hands. Maybe 1 or 2 more minutes in movement. If there's some movement you haven't done yet, please feel free. I'm gonna find some kind of forward fold. I don't always like to have my head full on towards the ground, so I put my forearms onto my knees and form a kind of like diamond shape with my arms. Find a flat back as best as I can. Feel my hips rooted into the seat, soles of the feet grounded into the floor. And then my gaze is down. Just taking some deep breaths here. Very calming for my nervous system, so I do take this pose quite often. It's not dynamic, it doesn't look like I'm exerting or doing any effort, which is exactly what I love. And then when I've had enough, I hop myself up with my hands on top of my thighs and I come back up. All right. When you've had enough of moving, you can find a restorative shape of your choice. If you still want to move, feel free. I'm only here to guide, so everything I say is always optional. If you are ready to transition to restorative, you can find Shavasana. If you're lying down, you can lie down on your back, on the sides, on the belly, bringing some support in between your knees or underneath your knees, depending on how you're lying down. If you are seated, bringing some pillows, some support for your neck and your spine so that you can start to let go a little bit more. There's less effort to do. You can also be in a forward fold, in child's pose, legs up the wall, anything that will help you find some rest and you can do as little effort as possible. So please bring blankets, pillows, eye mask, taking your time to settle, taking your time to find that shape, knowing that you can change that shape at some point during the practice. We'll be there for about 15-20 minutes. And when you're there, you can come back to your breath, come back to your body, noticing any sensations, noticing the support of the earth. And again, maybe softening the edges of your body so that we can find a little bit more connection to the universe, to the beings around us. We'll do a few rounds of metta, loving kindness, blessings. But before, I'd like to introduce a little bit of pranayama with samavriti. Samavriti is equal parts breathing, so the inhales and the exhales are of the same length. So tuning to your breath, notice as it is now. Maybe already invite a little bit of a lengthening in the inhale and lengthening in the exhale as best as you can. And then on your next exhale, releasing, having a big clearing breath. Maybe you having a sigh, big a little bit of a scream. Just let go something. Just do a few breaths like this. Just big inhale and exhale. Maybe the mouth is open. Taking a chance to soften even more the body, quiet the mind before we introduce Samavriti. So for Samavriti, I'm going to count. You do not have to follow the count. You can follow your own count. So trust that your breath is equalizing between the inhale and the exhales. You can also add a hold in between the inhale and the exhale and the inhale. Again, I'm only here as a guide. So feel free to adapt as you see fit. So again, clearing, exhale, preparing for the inhale. And when you're ready, inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. On your own for a few rounds. You can release the count if that doesn't help you. Inhales are energizing, filling up with energy, filling up all of your cells with goodness. And the exhale, we release, we relax, we let something go. Allow what comes up, allow it to be here. Just balancing the inhales and the exhales. Balancing the nervous system, the mind. Keeping that collaboration, that connection between the body, the mind, the prana, the universe. And then let that go. Let go any influence on your breath. Come back to your natural breath and rest for a minute. And so this full-moon is also asking ourselves what legacy we wish to leave behind. What it is that we would like the next generations to know, to experience. For me, it's definitely, I hope that people will say Audrey was kind, that they offered compassion, loving kindness, and presence to others. And so that's why we are going to do a few rounds of Metta, loving kindness, blessings. You're welcome to join or listen, be present, soaking in the collective dreams, the collective effort for more compassion, more love to exist in the world for all beings. I will chant in Sanskrit first and then say the blessing in English. And we start with ourselves, always bringing that compassion, that love, that care towards ourselves, this intention of being loving towards ourselves. And we begin by an inhale, full inhale, taking in the energy, the goodness, the care that we would like to invite in our own body mind. And on the exhale, we start to chant. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May I be happy. May I be well. May I be at ease. May I be at peace. May I be safe and protected. May I be free and liberated. Keeping that light of compassion radiating throughout your whole body as you inhale and exhale, as you rest, as you offer yourself a few moments here present. And then this light starts to radiate a little bit further, taking in your space, the environment that you're in, maybe the few beings that are around you. And then bringing forward someone or a being or a place that you would like to send some loving kindness to. We take a big inhale to begin, and on the exhale, we start to chant. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Dear beloved, may you be happy, may you be well, may you be at ease, may you be at peace, may you be safe and protected, may you be free and liberated. Keeping that being into our hearts as we radiate those blessings to them. Noticing how our own whole body mind feels. And then that light radiating even further, taking the land around us even further, all the oceans, all the land, all the earth, all the beings. Taking a moment to feel that connection with the universe, with our earth, our home, all the beings that we share this place with, past, present, and future. And then we send them some loving kindness as well. And we start with an inhale and exhale. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings everywhere with no limits be happy. May all beings be well. May all beings be at ease. May all beings be at peace. May all beings be safe and protected. May all beings be free and liberated. Continue to radiate that light, those blessings of loving kindness. And rest here for a while with that light, soaking in collective dreams, reminding ourselves of the legacy that we would like to leave, a legacy of hope, of inspiration, of love, of connection, of compassion. Reminding ourselves that as we practice yoga, it is a practice of oneness, interconnection, that we are all connected, that we are all one. So as your light connects with mine, it is the same. We are one light radiating all together with these dreams of a reimagined world where love and compassion are centered. So stay here for a few moments in stillness, in quiet, in rest, and just bask in that light. Continuing to breathe softly. Maybe having a moment of quiet reflection about what you can take from this practice further into your day. Maybe this reflection about what you would like your legacy to be. Or simply setting an intention to be present and to be kind. To remember that our efforts are never vain. And that by practicing here today, we are on the path towards liberation, our own and the collective. Taking some soft deep breaths, continuing to soften the body, the mind, the breath. Keeping that connection to all that there is. And then when you're ready, placing your awareness onto your heart center in a way that's meaningful to you as we get ready to close this practice. Might be by placing the hands on top of each other, on top of the heart, or in Anjali Mudra, prayer pose, palms facing each other, thumbs against the heart as a gesture of gratitude. Gratitude for ourselves, for showing up, taking the effort to be here, to practice, and gratitude to our body, mind, and all it allows us to do just as we are, with life just as it is. Gratitude for this community as it brings us together, the wisdom, the support, the laughter. Gratitude for the earth as it continues to hold us and support us, and all our ancestors and indigenous stewards of this land who keep on protecting it. And gratitude to these practices of yoga indigenous to South Asia and all teachers and practitioners who have protected and keep on protecting these practices so that we may benefit from them today. I leave some space for you to add any further word of gratitude you may wish to. And you may also wish to dedicate some or all of the merit of this practice to a being, a group of beings, a cause, a land that could do with some extra support right now. And to serve this intention, for once I will chant the peace mantra, Shanti. You're welcome to join or listen. We start with Om and then 3 Shantis. The first Shanti is for ourselves. The second is for the people, the environment around us. And the third is for all beings and for the whole of the universe. Inhale to begin. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Stay here if you'd like to stay in rest and practice more, or if you're ready, you can introduce a little bit of movement back into the body, open the eyes, taking a moment to look around you. There's no rush, we have plenty of time. Just coming back gently. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you, appreciate your efforts to be here and to practice, be present, cultivate compassion for a kinder world. Thank you, thank you. And see you soon.